signs. Hi Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. How are y'all doing? This is going to be your December 2020 tarot reading. Now, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do readings this month, but I decided that I really wanted to. I did not want to skip a month, so I just decided to keep them a little bit shorter. I compiled them into 4 different videos for each of the elements. This is going to be for the fire signs. I'm going to go through all 3 fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. They're just going to be a little bit on the shorter side, and I'm going to get through them a little bit quicker, but it's going to be still a full reading that I usually would do. But in any case, I hope that you enjoy these readings. As always, in my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find a couple different links to some Spotify playlists. If you want to find some new music to get into, check those out. You can also find my PayPal link if you would like to donate to this channel. It would mean the world to me, so thank you so much if you choose to do that. So I've been starting all the readings this month with the Oracle cards because I think it's a nice way to set the stage for the reading and kind of set the energy. And I decided that I'm definitely going to start with Sagittarius because it is your birthday season. Happy birthday to all my Sagittariuses out there. I love you guys, and I love that we're finishing off this year with some Sagittarius energy. I think it's going to be like nice and lighthearted and, you know, lifted, kind of more carefree energy. Kind of optimistic, you know, a lot of Sagittariuses I know are very optimistic people, so this is a really good energy we're finishing out the year on, kind of reflecting with a more positive lens than a negative one, and I really love that we're finishing off the year with this energy, and happy birthday, Sagittarius. So any first messages here for Sagittarius? Any first messages here for Sag for December 2020? Any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020? I'm strong, the number 19. I'm stronger than I think I am. I reject victimhood. My strength is in knowing that all circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me. I naturally move forward into new phases of life. I am strong. Sag, I feel like you guys have been going through a bit of a transitional phase in your life where things are a little bit tough. There's a lot of uncertainty. You're not sure maybe what your next move is, whether this has to do with your career or a relationship you've been exploring. It doesn't really matter what, but I feel like Sagittarius, you guys have been in a space where you're going through some transition, and it's been hard. It's been tough. You've gone through some stuff, and I think you're realizing, maybe you're at the tail end of this coming out, realizing that you're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you don't give yourself enough credit. Yeah, I think that's how Sagittarius is in a lot of different of their best qualities. Like, you know, I think they're really resilient people. I think they're really optimistic people. I think they're very strong people, and they don't give themselves enough credit for that. They're very wise people. I think that you guys have learned a lot, and you're going to be coming into some of that wisdom that you've gained through whatever this situation that you kind of made it through is. And I think one of the main lessons you're learning is that you're strong and that you can really handle anything. You can really handle anything that's thrown at you. And I think you're looking more forward to the more changes that are going to come in for you. I think maybe you were nervous about it for a while, knowing that certain things were coming up and certain things were going to be changing. But I think you're excited about new phases of life that you're moving into. Maybe you're realizing that you're getting old. Maybe your birthday you're coming up is just not a happy one. Maybe you haven't felt great about your birthday this year, but I think you're going to look at it more like, wow, you know, I've survived this many years and I've done all these things and I've gotten through all these hardships. Look at me go. Because I think you should be in that energy, Sagittarius. That's beautiful. I'm struggling with the shuffling today. But yeah, you're definitely stronger than you think you are. And I don't think Sagittarius are the type to, you know, settle into like a victimhood, but maybe you've been feeling kind of defeated. But I think you're going to be stepping into a new energy where you are rejecting that and you want to feel strong and resilient and accomplished instead of defeated. And I think you need to give yourself more credit than you do for how strong and resilient you are. All right, Sag. Let's get into your reading. See what comes out. Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, any placements you have in your chart, any energy you've been vibing with, any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020, any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020. Nice. Any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020. Interesting. Any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020? Whoa. Any messages for Sagittarius for December 2020? Any other messages for Sagittarius for 2020? Oh, nice. I love that, Sag. Okay. Why do I feel like that was one of your big cards in a reading recently? The King of Wands reverse is your overall energy. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords reversed, the Nine of Wands reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Chariot. Sag, I'm seeing that the King of Wands reversed, you've been in a place where not only are you not confident, but you're not confident in your own strength. You're not confident about your own willpower. You're not confident about your own abilities to be really fiery. Like maybe you haven't felt like a fire sign lately. Maybe you haven't felt like that driving energy, that ability to really have not power over people, but power over your environment. Like, you know, fire signs are so strong and so capable and so good at commanding a room and really getting what they want and going after what they want and really succeeding with a lot of passion and confidence and, you know, all that. Maybe you haven't felt like you're really in that energy. Maybe you haven't felt like you have control over the circumstances. Maybe you haven't felt like you can really use your willpower and your might to get out of whatever situation or whatever energy you've been kind of stuck in. I'm also seeing that excuse me. I'm also seeing that, yeah, maybe you just haven't felt very confident. Like you're thinking about, you know, what's my next move? Where do I want to go from here? Kind of what do I want? Maybe you're not sure what you want, or you kind of know what you want, but you're not sure how to go after it, or you feel like you don't have enough of a drive to go after it. You don't want it enough. You're not feeling that like passionate, driven energy that's going to propel you forward into going after what you want. Or maybe you're not even sure what that is yet. I'm just feeling this energy of like not confident in your abilities, not confident in your strength and your ability to get what you want, to go after what you want, to succeed at what it is you want. Not feeling like you have the confidence and social power to, you know, be successful or find the success that you're looking for. Maybe you've just been in an energy where you're not really feeling ready, you're not feeling excited, you're not feeling like you're ready to embrace change, you're feeling more insecure and hesitant. I'm getting like a hesitancy, or just really like not feeling like you have the power and control. You are the one, you're the leader in your life. You have the power and control to do whatever you want in your life and get whatever you want, but I'm feeling like you don't believe that you have that strength and that power to go after what it is you want. You're not feeling confident. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, maybe there was a new opportunity that came forward to you and it presented itself in a way that was like, wow, this looks good. This looks like it might provide stability for me. This looks real, like someone is offering me something, whether it was a job or some kind of relationship offer. Maybe a boss came forward and offered you a promotion recently, and it gave you this, maybe like some kind of, whatever this offer was that came in for you, it gave you a boost of like clarity and like an aha moment of, oh, like maybe this is what I need, this, maybe this opportunity coming in, or this is a sign that, you know, I should be going for this. Or maybe you just weren't feeling in a place of confidence, like you were waiting for something else to happen, you were waiting for someone to do something for you, or you were waiting for some kind of sign or something to start so that you feel like you could start. Like you were just in a place where you weren't ready to like, you know, pounce at something and go after something because you were waiting for some kind of sign, you were waiting for some kind of action to be taken on someone else's part so that you didn't have to do it. You were like not ready to take the initiative yourself. I'm definitely getting that from the King of Wands. But I think with this, whatever this Knight of Pentacles coming in, some kind of opportunity, some kind of offer of stability and substance of, you know, this could bring a lot of stability, and this is going to provide some kind of really consistent income or really consistent stability, or like a way, this is a path for me to grow. I can go down this and then I can grow really steadily down this. But whatever it was, it gave you this aha moment of clarity, like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I needed to get me going again. This is what I needed to get me started. And I'm feeling like whatever this was, it gave you a burst of like mental energy, like this is good. I feel clear-headed. I feel like I can really move forward. I want to take this. But I think there was something about you didn't look it over enough. You didn't analyze it enough. You didn't really think about it enough. And I think you may have rushed into it and taken that opportunity, whatever it was, and you were really impulsive. With the Knight of Swords reversed, it's like you didn't think too much about it. You just went, and now you are in a tricky situation, or you're going to run into something down the line that you're going to have to fix and backtrack on. With that Ace of Swords, I think you like made a decision like out of a really clear headspace, but it was also in a space of like it was too soon. Like maybe you didn't mull it over fast enough. It looked so good and it looked really good to you that you just went for it, but you might have like said something a little too quickly. Maybe you spoke about it too soon and you weren't supposed to, and you put your foot in your mouth, or you rushed into something without really thinking about it, or maybe you thought you had mental clarity about the situation and then you realize that maybe you don't. This is like, you know, mental fogginess or confusion or miscommunication or a lack of communication. Maybe you have the clarity in your head, but you're not ready to communicate about it yet, or you're afraid you're gonna fuck up and say the wrong thing or speak about it too soon. Yeah, because here I'm seeing that this is like extra cautious or too impulsive and you screwed up somewhere. But I'm seeing this as this Nine of Wands reverse, sorry. I'm seeing this as you were in a place where you were very hesitant, you were very guarded, you were very protective. You weren't ready to make a move of any kind because you were still very hesitant and unsure about what kind of move to make. And so it came from a place of like, yeah, I'm seeing this Knight of Swords reverse as more like, I'm not ready to move at all. I really want this. This opportunity looks so good and my head is so clear and I've made this decision, but I'm not ready to move forward yet. I don't think you did make the decision. I don't think you moved forward with anything. You made the decision in your head, but you didn't put anything into action yet. You weren't ready to do anything. You weren't ready to move forward with anything. You weren't ready to come forward with something to say. You weren't ready to speak about it yet, because I think you were in a self-protection mode for a long time where you were just like, I need to keep protected what I already have. I need to just stay in this place for a little longer to figure out what my next move is. I'm not sure if I'm ready to make that move yet. I think you were in a place where you were really hesitant and a little bit guarded and very like, just stay in this place and just figure it out from here. I'm not ready to make a move yet. Like this person is very still. Like they don't want to make a move yet because they're not sure what their next move is going to be. But with this in reverse, I think you're slowly starting to come out of that energy. You're slowly starting to come out of that energy because you're realizing that the stagnancy isn't a place where you want to be, and that you don't want to miss this opportunity based on like sitting in a place of like not moving for too long. So I think that you're coming out of that, you know, self-protection mode, and you're coming out of that I'm waiting for someone else to do something for me. I don't think you want to anymore. I think you really want to move forward because this Two of Pentacles in reverse, I think you're looking at, okay, I think I need to reprioritize some things. Maybe my plate's a little full right now. Maybe I have a little bit too much going on, and I need to reprioritize my time. I need to get better at my time management or my money management or whatever it is. I need to reorganize my schedule, start doing things a little bit differently, mix it up, kind of create a new routine for myself. Because whatever this is, I'm seeing that you've been in a stagnant energy for a while, in a place of hesitancy. You've been sitting in a place for a long time and you've been doing the same old because you're not confident to take that step and go do something else. I think you've been in a place where you're really hesitant and you're not ready to move forward with anything, even with whatever this opportunity is that came forward. It looks so good and you know that in your head and you are so clear and like have made the decision in your head, but you're not ready to move forward yet. But I think you realizing and coming out of this place of like hesitancy and like, you know, I'm not ready to make any moves because I don't want to fuck anything up. I want to just keep it where I am now. I'm not ready to move forward. But I think this is like you saying, I need to just reprioritize and figure out how I can fit this opportunity into my life so that it makes sense. How I can fit this new energy or this new change that might be coming into my life so that it makes sense. How I can take action. This Chariot is like, I want to take action for myself, by myself, on my initiative. I don't want to be sitting around waiting anymore because I'm not confident enough to make a choice. I don't want to be sitting around waiting anymore for someone else to make a choice for me or for something. I don't want to be waiting for something to come in. I want to take action now. I'm tired of being in this place of hesitancy and stagnancy. And I think it has something to do with, if I just reprioritize my things, if I reorganize my schedule, if I start to like move some things around and just to attempt to bring in more stability for myself. I think you're feeling a little unstable right now, and so you know that you need to reprioritize some things, and then you can move forward and feel really free and like you're charging forward at whatever this is. I think it's coming from a place of, I wasn't so confident and I was feeling very hesitant and guarded and like unsure and not ready to move forward with this. But if I just move some things around and kind of change up my lifestyle on my accord, like I take the initiative to do that, then I can move forward. I think you're realizing that you want to start to take this initiative forward. You don't want to be in a place of hesitancy anymore. You don't want to wait. You don't want to miss an opportunity because you waited. You want to take this initiative and start driving yourself forward because you don't want to feel unbalanced. You don't want to feel out of whack. You want to have your shit together. You want to get your money together. You want to take this opportunity. You don't want to be in a place of sitting still and staying in one place because you know you're not moving forward. And I think you're realizing that when you're coming out of this place of hesitancy, you realize that you have to take action to move some things around, move your money around, and try to get into a place of stability so that you can move forward, so that you can take this opportunity. I think you're really going to step back into a place of confidence and realizing how strong you are. You don't want to be in this place of not confident, not strong, not powerful. You have so much autonomy. You have so much leadership. You have so much power over your own life and your own decisions. And I think you're coming into that energy and realizing you can't be waiting around for something to happen or for someone else to do something for you. You really want to, and you really have to, make these decisions on your own and take this initiative by your own accord, by your own interests. All right, let's pull 3 cards of advice for you for this spread, Sag. Any messages of advice for Sagittarius regarding this spread for December 2020? Any messages of advice for Sagittarius? Any messages of advice for Sagittarius? Ooh. Any messages of advice for Sagittarius? I just saw the Temperance card, your card. I love that energy. Let's see if that comes out. Any other messages of advice for Sagittarius? That's too many. Any other messages of advice for Sagittarius? Any other messages of advice for Sagittarius here? One more message of advice for Sagittarius. Oh, lovely. Okay. Wonderful. Sagittarius, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands reverse, and the Sun. I think with the Lovers, this is reminding you to really hone in on your values. Excuse me. I think this is reminding you to hone in on your values. You might be presented with a choice pretty soon. There may be an opportunity coming forward where it's like, I have a choice right here. Do I value taking a risk and doing something that might be good for me, or do I want to just stay in this place of stagnancy because I'm not confident enough to go for it? I think there's going to be a choice presented to you really soon, and it's going to make you really look at your values and what you value and maybe how your values have changed. Maybe you used to value a lot of comfort. Maybe you used to value a lot of predictability and stability and like more of a, I value where I'm at now and being comfortable here, but I think you're really going to be challenged to look at your values and whether or not that is more valuable than taking a risk and really, being open to something really great that could happen to you. And whether or not you value your own autonomy, your own choices, your own power. Do you value that enough to make a decision for yourself? Do you value that enough to go after something that you really want, even if you're scared, even if you're hesitant? This could also be about this opportunity that's coming in. It could be about a new love connection coming in for you. So I really think like this is just saying be open to it. Be ready to kind of reprioritize some things and move some things around in your life so that you can fit this into it, whatever this may be, whatever kind of connection this may be. I think also the hesitancy is coming from a place of, I like how my life is now, and this new thing that's coming in, like it looks really good, but I don't want it to fuck up like the routine I kind of got going. I don't want it to fuck up the comfort I have in my life right now. I don't want it to mess with everything that I've built and like the lifestyle that I've created right now. I don't want to change my lifestyle, even though this new opportunity coming in, it looks so good and yeah, it's really enticing, but I'm very hesitant to move towards it because I'm not sure if it's going to really fit into, the life that I'm living right now. But I think this Two of Pentacles reverse is like, you may just have to reprioritize, move some things around, reorganize, decide what's really important to keep around and what's not, what habits or pieces of your routine can kind of like go out the window and are not really that important, and you can really cut some things out to make space for a really beautiful new opportunity that may be coming in for you. It may just be that you need to like change some things around so that you can fit this into your life. Sometimes new things coming and bring about change, and you can't stay comfy in the same place forever. You have to take initiative and get ready for life to really progress. I think you're really ready to progress and for things to change for you, but you're still feeling a little bit hesitant. But I think something's going to come in that's either going to really challenge your perceptions of your values and challenge what you really value and, you know, what you're going to prioritize, or this could be about a love connection coming in, and you should really be open to that. With the Knight of Wands reverse, the Knight of Wands reverse, I think this is saying to I think this is saying to slow down a little bit and to really like look at something for what it is and be careful. Maybe I'm seeing that like if this is coming in as a Knight of Pentacles, it could be something really stable and consistent that looks really good. And I think this is reminding you like there may not be passion there at first, which is something that may grow. This is also reminding you maybe don't rush into something passionately. If this comes at you really passionately, make sure there's also an element of stability in it, because if you do move your life around a little bit for whatever this opportunity may be, make sure it's not just because it looks really good and it looks fun and it looks passionate. Make sure that there's also an element of stability there that's actually going to serve you and provide for you in some way. But also, this is also reminding you, don't be too reckless either. I think Sagittarius, you have a habit of either being completely on the fence and hesitant about things and like very skeptical, or the opposite where you're really reckless and you just make decisions really impulsively. And I also see that with the Knight of Swords reverse. So just be careful about what the opportunity really is and whether or not you're going to move forward with it from a place of passion, from a place of stability, from a place of mental clarity. And with the Sun, this could be really good for you. Maybe this is that it's going to come in slowly and you're going to be unsure about it and you're not going to rush into it, which is good. But I think this is saying like be open to it because it's going to bring in a lot of happiness. It's going to bring a lot of like youthful joy. It's going to make you feel really young and excited and, you know, fiery and passionate. This is a Leo card. It could be a Leo coming in for you. But I think this is really reminding you like you're strong like the sun. You're bright like the sun. You have such positive energy. And then whatever this is, it could be bringing in that kind of energy for you. So really be open to it. And I know that new things can be scary and that, you know, changing things, making change can be scary too. But sometimes we do have to make changes on our own initiative so that we can make space for new, beautiful things that want to come in for us that may really, really be worth our time and energy. And again, like I think you're stronger than you realize. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for, and it's because you've endured a lot and maybe you're hesitant to move towards this new opportunity because, you know, of how past opportunities maybe haven't worked out, or the fact that, you know, you're comfortable where you are and you're not ready to handle something new because you don't know if you're strong enough to bring something in. You don't know if you're strong enough to handle the kind of change that this is going to bring, but you definitely are. You don't give yourself enough credit for the strength that you have. And again, I naturally move forward into new phases of life. You're ready for something new, and I think you're not giving yourself enough credit of how beautifully you can transition into new periods of your life, how you can beautifully accept and open up and welcome in new opportunities for yourself, because it could be really, really beautiful. All right, Sag, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing this for you. If any of these messages resonated with you, if you really enjoyed some of this, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can find my Instagram, you can find some Spotify playlist links, and you can find my PayPal link. Sag, I love this energy for you. Remember to be open to new opportunities that are coming in. Don't be scared of the changes that it might bring. You know, take initiative, really accept and embrace this new phase of life that may be starting for you. And remember that you're confident and you're strong and that you can handle this. I love you guys. Happy birthday. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hi, Leo. How are y'all doing? This is going to be your December 2020 reading. I decided to start all of the December readings with the Oracle card because I think it sets a nice energy for the reading. So are there any first messages here for Leo for December 2020? Any first messages here for Leo? Any first messages here for Leo? Wow, that's the same energy as Sag. That's interesting. Okay. I am strong. The number 19. I am stronger than I think I am. I reject victimhood. My strength is in knowing that all circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me. I naturally move forward into new phases of life. I am strong. That's really interesting that that card came out again. Must be the fire sign energy for December. Yeah, I think fire signs in general are looking back on 2020, realizing how strong they actually are. I think sometimes y'all don't give yourself enough credit for the willpower and strength that you possess and resilience that you possess. It's definitely something that you don't give yourself enough credit for. And I think you're starting to, again, with this Sagittarius energy finishing off 2020 for us, I think that you're looking back on this past year really positively instead of negatively. You're, rejecting victimhood, and you're instead looking at all the growing and changing you did and all the positive things that have happened to you this year instead of looking at things negatively. And I think you're looking at next year pretty optimistically too, because you are realizing that, like, wow, look how much I've made it through, and that means I can do just about anything. And Leo, you guys are incredible. You have incredible amounts of strength and resilience and vigor, and like, even at the end of the day, like, you can be such a ray of sunshine where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna look at things positively, because Leos have that youthful energy. They really have that power and that brightness, that warmth. So Leo, I think that you're gonna be looking back on this year positively, realizing how strong you are, realizing how much you've made it through, and really, like, patting yourself on the back, giving yourself a break, giving yourself a treat for how far you've come. Maybe you've done a lot of growing and changing this year, and you had to utilize a lot of your inner strength that maybe you didn't even know you had. But, you have to prove it to yourself that you could make it through what you made it through. And I really love that energy. I'm really struggling with these shuffles today. All right, Leo. Let's get into your reading. What is happening? All right, Leo. Any messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, whatever placements you may have in your chart, whatever energy you've been vibing with? Any messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I'm just, like, struggling with this shuffling for some reason. Maybe I need a new deck. Maybe that's what it is. Any messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars? Any messages for Leo for December 2020? Any Some of the same cards as Sagittarius. I would check out the Sagittarius reading. Maybe you have that energy in your chart. Any other messages for Sagittarius? Interesting. Leo, Two of Swords is your overall energy. Maybe you're sitting on a choice right now. Maybe you're looking at things like, I have to make a decision about something. Maybe you're deciding whether or not to move forward. Maybe you're deciding whether or not to cut something off and leave something behind. I think you're looking at this end of 2020 as, like, what can I really leave behind? I don't want to carry any of this negative energy with me into 2021. And you're thinking, there's something I have to make a choice about. There's something that I feel really crippled by. Like, I have this decision to make for myself, and I'm really uncertain about how to make it. Maybe you're feeling kind of blinded, like you can't really see the options, or you can't really see the outcome of either choice. So that's what's making it even harder. With the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords reversed, I feel like this choice, whatever it is, it has something to do with really letting go of grudges and leaving shit in the past. I think that's a big thing for you, is like, you're looking at things like, I'm really strong, and part of my strength is the strength to move on with life and leave things in the past. Let go of grudges, let go of negative energy, let go of, like, people that I may have had really complicated relationships with and complicated communication with, people that I didn't get along with in the past. I don't want to have that bad blood. I don't want to have that beef. I don't want to have that, toxic kind of negative energy in how we communicate. Like, maybe there's some resentment there, there's some grudges, there's some leftover stuff that you really just want to drop. You want to let it all go. You don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to have this kind of tension energy between you and another person, or whatever the situation may be. With the Ace of Swords, I think it's like you're having this moment of clarity where it's like, I can't move on. I can't move on with my life unless I drop this shit, unless I leave this in the past. I really don't want to deal with this anymore. And with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords reverse, I feel like you are passionately and energetically ready to move on with your life. You're ready to start something new. Maybe you're ready to meet someone new. Maybe you have met someone new. There's something about I'm ready to start over and start with a passionate new energy. The Ace of Wands is at the very beginning. It's the first of the wand energy. It's like I'm ready to start over. I'm ready to start fresh. I'm ready to start at the beginning with something brand new, something new that's going to catch my attention and just move away from the old and in with the new. That's really all I can say about it. But with the Knight of Swords reverse, I'm picking up on an energy of like hesitancy, where you're like passionately, you're like, I know in my heart that I have the energy to move forward with this. There's a lot of swords here, but with the Knight of Swords reverse, it's like, I don't know if I'm mentally ready. Like I'm trying to move on, but something is holding me back. I don't feel 100% there yet. I don't feel 100% ready to mentally push forward and start anew. There's some part of my mind, like, I see like mental clarity here with the Ace of Swords, like, you know, you're ready to make a decision and leave something in the past. You're ready to energetically start over, but then something holds you back, something stops you. There's something that's creating some sort of hesitancy about leaving this in the past, and I think it has to do with, you know, what's really in the future though. Me leaving this behind, what's out there for me? I'm feeling hopeless about, or like very doubtful about what I can really achieve, what new things are out there for me. Like maybe if I'm leaving, you know, an ex in the past, or I'm leaving someone in the past, it's like, are there other people out there for me? Like, should I even be hopeful about the promise or the possibility of new things coming in for me? It's like you really have a lot of like, the first three cards are like, yes, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to leave this behind. I'm ready to start over, start anew. But then there's this hesitancy of like, am I ready? Do I really want to leave that behind? You know, this is really difficult. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. And it's coming from a place of like hopelessness or doubt. You're not feeling hopeful and optimistic about the possibilities of the future. You're not feeling quite ready yet. You don't trust yourself that you're ready yet. With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I'm going to get a clarification for that. Maybe you don't feel stable. Maybe you don't know what kind of energy you're working towards. The Moon. I feel like you're feeling uncertain about the possibility of finding that Ten of Pentacles, like end all be all, your success that you're working towards. You're feeling doubtful about that. There's something that you want to leave in the past so that you can move forward towards your Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you're not sure what that Ten of Pentacles looks like for you yet. You're not sure the kind of, you know, stability and kingdom, like the kind of family life you want to create for yourself, the success that you want to create for yourself. You're not sure what it looks like, or you're feeling very doubtful about reaching it. Maybe your goals feel really overwhelming right now and you're not sure how to get there. And it's coming from a place of, I think there's some emotions that you're still repressing. I think that there's a lot you want to move on from and leave in the past in your life, but there's also such a hesitancy and doubtfulness about the future and what opportunities lie out there for you and the possibility of reaching your long-term goals that you've set for yourself. So I think that's where this place of like feeling indecisive and feeling like you don't know what choice to make, because it's like, I don't want to go back to the past. I want to move on from that. I don't want to go back to that bullshit. I want to leave all that behind, but I don't want to move forward either. I'm feeling stuck. And I think that's also what this Knight of Swords reverse is. Maybe you're feeling stuck, like you can't move at all. And it's like, I don't want to move forward either because I'm really uncertain about what's in the future. What if there's nothing good for me there either? So I think you're in a place where you're just feeling stuck in the right now because you can't move backward, but you're feeling really hesitant about moving forward, and there's a lot of doubt and feelings of like back and forth, indecisiveness, definitely. And it's coming from a place of like feeling like there's still more emotions to be released. There's still more that needs to be purged. With this full moon / lunar eclipse on November 30th, if you're watching this before November 30th, it's going to be in Gemini. This is going to be a really, really good time to purge out any last energies. There were 4 lunar eclipses this year, which is kind of rare. That's a lot. So there was a lot of energies. I think it was January 10th, June 5th, July 5th, November 30th. So anything that kind of happened around those times, I think this is a good energy. This is a good time to purge a lot of those energies and anything that's really holding you back. Any kind of these things that you want to leave in the past, this is a good time to let go of a lot of that energy, to bring whatever those emotions that are still kind of deep within you, to bring them to the surface and really purge a lot of that energy out, so that maybe you can receive a little bit more clarity and then kind of be able to make this decision and move forward with life. Because you can't go back. You really can only move forward, even if that moving forward is scary and you're very hesitant to do so. You're not sure what the future lies. You're not sure what lies ahead. You're not sure what the future holds, but none of us do. We have to move forward anyway. And do you really want to stay stuck on the past? I don't think you do, Leo. I think you want to move on with life. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice for you. Any messages of advice here for Leo? Any messages of advice for Leo? Any other messages of advice here for Leo regarding this spread? Any other messages of advice here for Leo regarding this spread? Any other messages of advice for Leo? Wonderful. Okay. So the Page of Swords has been coming out for a lot of readings. That's really interesting. That's been a kind of collective energy. But we have the 6 of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. The 6 of Cups, I think this is reminding you that whatever this is that you're leaving in the past, you don't have to leave it in the past and completely block it out of your memory forever and ever and say, fuck that shit, never going back, the end. You know, never opening that door. I think it's good to move on with your life, but to still look back on memories positively and with a good energy, with a good, it doesn't have to be so like bitter and negative and, you know, I shut that door, I locked it, you know, good riddance, fuck those memories, fuck those lessons, I don't care about any of that. I think it's like you're looking at the past with a really negative, bitter energy, but instead it should be coming from a place of like looking back on the past and being grateful for the lessons it taught you, being grateful for the people that were once in your life but maybe aren't anymore. I think you look back on the past with a lot of negative energy because that maybe makes it easier for you to move on sometimes, but I think that also makes it feel really hard and bitter to move to the future because it keeps you in a place of like, you know, if my past was shitty, then whatever I'm moving towards in the future, it's also going to be shit. But I think it's really good to look back on the past with a positive energy of like, sometimes it's good to be nostalgic. Sometimes it's really okay to be nostalgic. It's really okay to be like, wow, you know, there was a lot of terrible memories I had with this person or this experience or this job, whatever. But also I had really great memories there. And I have to be grateful for that, for how it made me who I am today, how I developed and grew from those situations. Looking back on things like, wow, I was a child when that happened. I was so young. I was so innocent. I was so naive. And I can't beat myself up for whatever happened in the past. But I think it's difficult for you to move on from the past because maybe there are still a lot of memories that you're holding on to, or you're looking back on it a little bit too, maybe you're looking back on it with like a really interesting like mixed feelings, like, fuck that shit, I'm really bitter, but at the same time, I'm really nostalgic for it, and it's a lot of really mixed feelings. Maybe that's what's creating this indecisiveness about moving on from the past, is that, like, you have a lot of mixed feelings about it. It's okay to be nostalgic about something. It's okay to be grateful and look back on memories fondly, even if you don't care about that person anymore, if you don't talk to those people anymore, even if you, like, quit that job and never looked back. It's like, you can still be grateful for the memories. You can still be grateful for the lessons it taught you and how it really made you grow into the person that you are, because, you know, you used to be someone else and now you're someone else now. And it's okay to leave things in the past, and you don't have to, you know, be like, I'm moving on from this because it's bitter. It's like, you can move on from things amicably too. You can move on from things and say, wow, that really taught me a lot, and I'm going to move on now because there's better for me out there. There's more for me in the future. With the Page of Swords, I think you're really open-minded. You're really ready to, this is reminding you to stay open-minded, to be in a place where, there's a lot of swords here, to be in a place where you're mentally ready to take on new challenges, to meet new people, to try new things, to travel. I think that this place of hesitancy is like, I'm afraid to move forward, or I'm hesitant to move forward into the future because I'm feeling like, what is even out there for me? There's a lot out there for you, and I think you have to step into an energy of being open-minded and excited and ready to try these new things and experience these new things. And this energy has been coming out for everybody. I think it's really good to be in a space of being excited and optimistic and open-minded, so that you can really get the full experience of new experiences and try new things and let new things come into your life. And the Page of Pentacles, also be open to new material opportunities that may be coming in for you. I think this is going to help you out with the whole doubtfulness about the potential of reaching these goals you have set for yourself, or maybe you don't know what you're working towards. You don't know what these goals are that you're working towards for yourself. I think putting yourself out there energetically and stepping into a place of being open-minded and also open to new opportunities, both of those energies are really going to help you move on and move forward into the future. And when you have those energies, you're going to attract more of that energy. So when you step into this place of, I'm open-minded and I'm open to new opportunities, then those things are going to come in for you. New opportunities and new things that you've never experienced before are going to come in for you when you're open to them. And again, I'm strong. You're leaving this in the past knowing that you did the best you could. It's part of who you are. It's part of what made you who you are today, and that, you know, you're strong enough to handle what happened in the past, so you're also strong enough to handle what's going to happen in the future. And there's a lot more excitement to be had than you are really looking at things with. I think you're looking at things with a lot of like fear and anxiety about what the future holds, but you know, you're strong, you are resilient, you are flexible and like open-minded and ready for new opportunities. So I think you're really ready to step into this, even if you're scared, even if there is a sense of hesitancy. It's okay to be nostalgic about the past, but to close that door and leave it in the past for good, and to really, you know, you can't go back to the past, you can only move forward. So you might as well move forward with an open mind, an open heart, open hands, ready to receive whatever the future has in store for you. All right, Leo, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing this for you. If there were any messages in here that really stuck out to you, if there was any part of this that really resonated with you, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can also find my Instagram, you can find those Spotify playlists, and you can find my PayPal link. Leo, I love this reading for you. You're going to do great. The future holds so much more than you think it does, and you are strong enough to handle whatever this future does hold for you. And it's time to look at things more optimistically and positively, and not being so hesitant and doubtful about what the future holds. There's a lot out there for you, and it's time to really release the past and move forward really open-mindedly and excitedly. But I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing this for you, and as always, I will see you in the next reading, and thank you for watching. Hi Aries, how y'all doing? This is going to be your December 2020 reading. I'm going to start with an oracle card just to set the energy for the reading. I think it sets a nice stage. Any messages for Aries for December 2020? I am a gift, the number 6. I am a gift to the world. When I lead with kindness and love, I create a ripple effect that benefits more people than I'll ever know. My presence, my knowledge, and my passions contribute to the greater good of the world. I am a gift. Aries, I love that energy. Aries, maybe you're stepping into something that's happening to you that's going to make you realize your gifts in general. Maybe you're starting to ponder over, you know, what you're good at and what gifts you bring to the world and what you can use those gifts for, what good you can use those gifts for. Maybe you're realizing you yourself are a gift, even though some energies in your environment are making you feel otherwise. Maybe some people make you feel really disposable. Maybe you felt very tossed aside. But this is a reminder that you are a gift and you have so much love to give. You have so much good energy to bring, and whoever makes you feel like the opposite of cherished is not worth your time and energy. Yeah, but I'm definitely getting this energy of maybe you're starting to think about your gifts and what you can bring to the world and how you can use them for good and use your gifts for a good cause. Yeah, and when you do, it creates a ripple effect. Other people will be inspired by you. Other people will want to help you. Other people will want to contribute to the same thing that you're trying to do. And I really like that energy, Aries. You have so much to give. You have so many gifts. It's more about picking which one you want to pursue. I think something understated about Aries is that they have a really creative mind. They're really good at coming up with ideas and then getting it going, and like they're great leaders, and you know, having a true vision for something and then leading others into really making it happen. And that's a really beautiful quality that Aries have. And if you don't realize that about yourself, it's maybe time to hone in on that or practice and work on that skill, and or use that skill in certain, get into a different environment where you can use that skill. Maybe you're just not utilizing your best gifts right now. Maybe you're still struggling to find work that is really meaningful to you, and maybe you haven't, because you haven't really honed in on your best gifts and how you can use them to the best advantage. Not just for yourself, but for others. Anyway, let's get into your reading, Aries. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, whatever placements you may have in your chart, whatever energy you've been vibing with. Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any messages for Aries? Any messages for Aries for December 2020? Whoa. Any messages for Aries for December 2020? Feeling like pulling. Yeah. Oh, Aries. That's really interesting. Okay. So the overall energy is the strength reverse. Maybe you're not feeling very strong right now. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of really heavy emotions that are really difficult for you to get a hold of and really feel. Maybe you're just experiencing a lot of heavy emotions and it's really difficult for you to do anything else besides feel them right now. Maybe you're not feeling very strong or resilient. You're not feeling like you can really come out of this. Maybe you're not feeling that strength and willpower and confidence and peacefulness within yourself. Maybe people are making you feel like you're not a gift, and so maybe you feel like you have so many emotions and you're feeling more like a burden than anything else. Maybe you're feeling like a burden to other people because maybe you're just feeling so burdened by your own emotions. I'm feeling like with this 8 of Wands reversed and this Sun reversed, something's been delayed. Something's happening really slowly. Something's not coming in for you. Maybe something that you've been manifesting. Something's happening really slowly and you're not happy about it. It's making you feel really down. It's making you feel really the opposite of happy. The Sun reverse is just like something sucking all your joy. Maybe you were really counting on something to come in for you or for things to happen a certain way and things are just not falling in line. Things are not happening as quickly as you wanted them to. Things are just moving really, really slowly, especially for an Aries. You guys like things to really happen quickly and it's just bringing you down. It's really not making you happy and you're just feeling really down about it and it's really getting to you. And I'm feeling like with the strength reverse, you're experiencing a lot of heavy emotions because maybe you were really disappointed by something that got delayed or something that fell through, something that's not coming into alignment for you. But this is really interesting with this 6 of Wands and this death. I see light and dark. I see night and day. Like with the 6 of Wands, they look so similar to me. These two cards look so similar to me, but they can be very different in terms of like, this is you feeling success. Maybe some days you feel like you're on top of the world and some days you feel like you need to start over and purge everything. I think there's some kind of conflict going on with you where you feel a lot of really heavy emotions and it's really bringing you down and you're trying to envision success for yourself. You're trying to envision what that looks like for you, or you're trying to step back into a place where you're feeling social and celebrated and like in the limelight a little bit in a way that's like, I'm feeling good about what I do and what I'm putting into the world and what I'm doing. But maybe you're not there yet. You're only really, you're trying to get a taste of it. Or maybe this thing that's not coming through for you, that's making you feel really down, is the fact that you haven't reached the success that you're looking for yet. And it may be because there's a death that's going to be coming soon, not of a person, not of a physical person. There's going to be some kind of death or transformation that is going to be happening for you soon. Oh my God, Aries, wow. Yeah, there's the death, the moon reverse, and the tower. So Aries, I think there's going to be some ending that occurs. There's gonna be some kind of ending that is going to be occurring really soon, and it's going to cause you to release and purge all of these heavy emotions that you've been experiencing, all of these really negative emotions that you may have been experiencing. This moon reverse is like, it's time to really let all this shit out. It's time to purge it out. November 30th, if you're watching this before November 30th, there is a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini on November 30th. This is going to be a wonderful time to purge out any big things that have happened for you this year. This is like a good place to be, like complete emotional cleansing, complete start over, like a refresh and reset button almost. So I feel like there's going to be some kind of death. Like I see like tower crumbling, releasing of heavy emotions, you know, parts of you are dying and being reborn. Aries, you may be going to be experiencing a really heavy spiritual awakening of some sort at the end of this year in December. I'm just seeing like, you know, you're so tired of feeling in these low energies. You're so tired of waiting. You're so tired of things not coming in and falling in line for you. You want success. You want to reach a place of feeling good about yourself again. You want to get back into your Aries energy of feeling on top of things, feeling like you're celebrated, feeling like it's okay to have attention on yourself. Maybe you've been kind of isolated. There's a death that's going to happen. There's a part of you that's going to die. There's some kind of rebirth that's about to happen. That's why I think that there may be a spiritual awakening, and it has to do with a lot of illusions being shattered, a lot of energies and emotions coming up and starting to be purged, a lot of things coming to the surface. You may be having some really deep realizations about yourself, some deep realizations about your inner self, your inner child, your inner emotions. And with that, with all these realizations and this death happening, there's going to be a huge tower crumbling. I think there's going to be like an internal shift, a complete shift that really changes things for you, completely changes your mindset. And then outwardly in your environment, towers are going to start crashing. Whatever is not stable, this is not negative energy. This is not something to be scared of. This is beautiful. This means that really big changes are coming for you, Aries. I'm really feeling the energy of this. Like, it's been like, wow, I've been stuck here. I've been waiting for things to fall in line. It's been slow. It's been so delayed. I'm so unhappy right now. I have all of these heavy emotions. I feel so burdened and weighed down. I just want to feel good again. And then there's going to be so much big change that has to do with purging and releasing emotions, coming to realizations. Yeah, and then in turn, I think there's going to be some towers crumbling, some moments that have to do with things changing in your environment. Whatever is not stable, whatever is not providing you with stability, whatever's not working, it's going to be taken away. It's going to be crumbling down and crashing down because new things need to be built in its place. Again, with this death, when there's a death, there's got to be a rebirth. Energy can only be transformed. So I think there's going to be some kind of energy transformation for you, some kind of emotional transformation for you. I just see a lot of big changes here. And I think it may have to do with you realizing your worth in some way, because you may be coming into realization that you are a gift and not at all a burden. And maybe this tower that's crumbling down is the burden that you feel, the heavy weight of emotions that you feel. Maybe all you need is just one little pinprick to like have all of this come crashing down and for things to really start over for you. Maybe you really need a reset and a start over. I think this lunar eclipse, if you already experienced it, if you're watching this in December, it's going to be really heavy for you and you're probably going to be feeling the effects for a few days. So this is a really good time to be purging all of these emotions and starting over and letting these towers crumble. Remember, don't resist it. You don't want to resist it. You need things to come crashing down. All right, any other messages of advice for Aries here for December 2020 regarding the spread? Any other messages for Aries here? Wow. Any other messages for Aries here regarding the spread? Any other messages for Aries here? Oh, baby, I love this. I love this so much, Aries. The King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Fool. I think you're going to have a complete reset button on your emotional self. You're going to have so much clarity surrounding your emotions. You're going to have a complete purge of your emotions. And you're going to step into this place of, I'm emotionally stable. I'm emotionally maturing. I'm emotionally ascending. I'm growing stronger emotionally. And the Knight of Cups is, I'm ready to approach new emotional opportunities. I'm ready to open myself up again. I'm ready to get creative again. Aries, maybe you're realizing that your emotional depth has felt like a burden to you and others. Maybe you've been in that place for a long time and you felt stuck there. But maybe these towers crashing down is going to be you realizing that your emotions are a deep well of strength for you. They're a gift to the world. Your emotional intelligence is a gift to the world. How much you feel. With these water signs, maybe you have some water in your chart, but I really feel like this King of Cups and this Knight of Cups, you're stepping into a completely new emotional space where you feel emotionally grounded, you feel emotionally stable, you feel emotionally steady, you feel emotionally mature. You're ready to give. You're ready to be open again. You're ready to open your heart up again. And these are just like things you should do. These are energies you should step into. Step into your power emotionally. Step into your creativity. Be ready and open for new opportunities to come in for you. That's so beautiful, Aries. Be ready for new opportunities, Aries. This is your card, the Fool. Be childlike again. Like, jump into things because you never know what's going to come. Like, just be open to new opportunities that may be coming in for you. Be excited about them. Take a leap of faith. Take a risk. It might be something really, really beautiful. There may be a new opportunity coming in for you that has to do with emotional or creativity energy. This is so beautiful, Aries. I love this so much for you. Wow, 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 wow. The Fool. Just release any, like, hesitancies you have. Release all these negative emotions and step into a place of, like, my emotions are my strength. My emotions are my power. I have control over my emotions. Maybe you feel like you don't right now, but you will. And to take a leap of faith, just trust the universe and just go down this new path with excitement, because there could be beautiful things lying on this path for you. Aries, this was so beautiful. I know that it was really brief, but it felt really, really intense. This is amazing energy. I really, really see like beautiful purging happening for you at this final month of 2020, so that you can move into 2021 with really fresh, beautiful new energy and ready and open for new opportunities to come in for you. Whatever it is that you've been waiting on or feeling stuck in, you're just saying fuck it and leaving it in the past, purging all the old shit out, letting the towers fall, letting old parts of you die, and stepping into a completely new emotional energy and being really ready and excited for new things that may be coming in for you. Aries, I really love this for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope that you also enjoyed watching it. If any of these messages resonated with you at all, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email. Please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. You can also find my Instagram, you can find those Spotify playlists, and you can find my PayPal. Aries, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful December. I hope you really harness this energy. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.